Hello and welcome to You Beauty, the daily podcast for your face. I am Sarah Marie Fard.
And I'm Kelly McCarran, and this is In Her Bag, the show where we talk about what's in your makeup bag and why.
And today we're talking about the one that got away.
And no, this isn't a tell-all about a bloke we didn't end up with. We're talking about beauty products we once loved that no longer exist.
Yes, which in my eyes, slightly more heartbreaking.
Way more heartbreaking.
Way more heartbreaking.
Because when I think back to the blokes, no tingles.
No,
when
no.
I think back to the products, I think,
Seriously.
So today is a love letter to discontinued products. Why do brands break our hearts by axing our favourites? And to kick the episode off, Sarah Marie and I are going to discuss some of our favourites that are no longer with us, and we've discussed some alternatives. I mean, to be fair, I don't really know how I feel about the alternatives, but we're going to try. Sarah Marie, why don't you start off by talking about some brow products you're obsessed with?
Okay, so I draw my eyebrows in. Like half my eyebrows are not there.
Yeah, which obviously I've never seen you without your eyebrows on.
Yes.
So I find that so hard to believe because you do such a phenomenal job.
Yeah, right. I build the volume. I try and make it look like it's my real hair. So it Cosmetics used to have.
Can I just clarify, do you have a sperm brow? You know, like those little...
No.
Okay.
So it doesn't go like thick to thin. It's just, I feel like one shape.
But thin.
Kind of like...
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Soft
Did you
kind of
wax them off or shave them off?
One lady, when I asked for just a tidy up, and she removed half of my brows on each side, made it shorter, made it thinner.
Mole.
And yeah, with my background, my mum being like Filipino, the hair just doesn't grow back that much.
Yes,
so
okay.
it just never truly recovered. So I barely tweezed. I didn't do anything. I used to love this e.l.f. Cosmetics product called Build-A-Brow, and it had like a thicker texture, nicer volume. And I used to pair it with the Kat Von D skinny eyebrow pencils. And the browns were not ready, and they had a really lovely volume and a really good long wear. So I used them religiously for quite a long time. Both brands discontinued both products when I went to top them up. Like just completely, Kat Von D rebranded a lot of their products. e.l.f. Cosmetics, I think they just didn't sell enough of them.
Yeah.
And so I ended up going to Benefit and found their Benefit Powmade.
Oh, it's so good.
So good. And they've got 8 shades, and the brown is not red. It's a really good brown. I found a really lovely match for myself. And then the Precisely My Brow Detailer pencil, again from Benefit. I used both of them together, both of them waterproof, both of them long wear. Absolutely love them. So I feel like it's been a really good replacement for the one that's got discontinued.
I'm a Benefit brow stan. Like they are my go-to for brows. So would you say that they're as good?
Oh, I love them just as much. If anything, I love it more because the Benefit Powmade doesn't dry up. If you keep it sealed up, it doesn't dry. Like I've had mine for ages, and on the edge, it's got little steps.
Yes.
So you can wipe your brush.
It makes it really easy to apply.
Yeah, and the packaging was so beautiful. So I actually prefer it
now. Okay, well that's good.
Over my original. So that was a win.
So
for
anyone
me.
that also remembers and loves those products, well, go to Benefit. Go to the Benefit counter at like your Myers or DJ's or Sephora.
Sephora. And you know what? Keep in mind, my hair's really dark. I don't use dark brown. I use medium brown because they're dark brown. My eyes were like, it's too strong.
Yeah.
So
like Elmo.
Yeah, they'll colour match you to a dark brown most of the time. If your girl is my shade, go with a medium.
It's so hard though, is it? Because I go for a medium too.
Yeah.
You
can do a medium as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I
exactly.
just look better with a darker brow. More striking, I think.
It's lovely on you.
Okay, so my product that I brought is so niche. There might be like one other person that thinks about this product, but we're talking about the ones that got away, and this is my one. Because when I think of beautiful products that have been discontinued, the only one that will pop into my head without like any other regard for any other product is the Fleur d'Or and Acacia by L'Occitane. It was part of their original collection. They had, in 2013, when I was working for the company, they got this master perfumer. Her name is Corinne Dubriel Sereni. I'm so sorry, as the nose. I'm so sorry for butchering your name, Corinne, if you're listening. And they released this beautiful perfume range called the Collection de Grâce. And so I was working there as part, like it was huge that they were launching like proper fragrances and they were beautiful. It was launched in 2013 and the top notes are lemon and bergamot, the middle notes are mimosa, black locust and broom, and the base notes are musk and white wood. I honestly haven't even ever hunted for a replacement fragrance because I was like, you know, what could ever be done? I actually have a bottle left. This is the only.
I want to see if I can smell it. This is like the test, right?
Look at how old this is.
Oh.
So that, I mean, it wouldn't be from
and it's still good. The colouring is still good.
It's not. I've kept it in a cool.
Yes.
It's not off. So it wouldn't be since 2013, but it would be definitely since 2015.
I have to smell
so it's
this.
10
I
years
won't
old.
spray it because I am not going to waste a drop of this bad boy.
I appreciate that.
I can smell it a little
Can you?
bit. Yes.
It's not a strong fragrance.
Lovely.
It's beautiful.
It's a very me perfume.
It's beautiful. The funny thing is, I don't even know if I'd love it that much these days because it's so different to the fragrance families that I sort of. It's not so different,
it's
but
different to what you've been bringing in lately because
I love it.
I feel like it's got a bit of warmth to it.
It does. It
right?
does.
But it's not strong. It's actually really pretty. Oh, now I'm heartbroken. I've not even used it.
And the amount of people that I got onto this fragrance, because from memory it was $80. Like it wasn't crazy expensive and it lasted, like it was an EDP, so it sat on the skin. Mm-hmm. And I just, like the bottle was beautiful. Why?
Yeah.
So, as I said, I haven't ever hunted down a replacement fragrance, but if I've brought back memories for anyone and you've gone, oh my goodness, I forgot about that fragrance. It is so beautiful. I did look into similar like scent profiles for anyone who or just loves the sound of it. So it's called the Colonia Mimosa, and this fragrance has citrus top notes, heart notes of mimosa, and then a base of musk. So once again, it's like fresh and floral. The Guerlain Elysees. I'm going to get roasted for this. Yes.
My mum used to work for Guerlain. I know that fragrance. Have you smelt it before?
No, I haven't smelled any of these.
Okay, so this particular fragrance, when I smell it, reminds me of my mother so much. Because
does it remind you of this fragrance at all?
It doesn't. No, I think it's a little, like it's got a lovely, like sweeter tone to it. It's just stronger. Your one is just softer. So if you like a stronger version of that.
Okay.
Elysees, it is quite a beautiful.
I'm also not recommending people just purchase these.
No. Try these on your skin, guys.
But this is what, like, they've got the fragrance notes. So
yeah.
Then the final one was Annick Goutal Grand Amour, and that has mimosa. A lot of them have mimosa with a base of amber, musk, and vanilla. So it's probably a little bit warmer. Uh-huh. But so I did the research for everyone and for me if I decide that I want to revisit. But this fragrance, I still love it. I got so many people onto it and it takes me back to such a beautiful time in my 20s when I just moved back from America. I had a new job and I was making all these new friends. I lived in a really fun share house. I had just started like messing around with my now husband. Mm-hmm. Like it's just... It brings everything back.
I actually think you'd like a lot of the Guerlain fragrances.
Oh, I'll have to go now to the that you mention it, have a sniff.
There is something like some are stronger versions, some are lighter, but like with stuff that you like.
Yeah.
It's very you, I think.
I'm going to have to go have a whiff.
Yes.
You've also mentioned NARS multi-use matte sculpting sticks.
So they had two shades, one darker, one lighter. And I used to have them in my makeup kit all the time. And then eventually they just stopped those colours. I don't know why. Then I used to order them from overseas. That's how much I loved them. And yeah, it's just, you can't even get the lighter shade anymore. They're just like, it's one and it's done. But Makeup by Mario, the soft sculpt shaping sticks, they come in 7 shades.
Everything he does is
incredible. Absolutely love these sculpting sticks. They do have a brush on the other end as well, which the other one that I was using from NARS didn't.
Do you ever use the brush though?
Look, I have my own brushes, but if, for example, I'm doing something quick, it's definitely one that you can actually use to like just quickly like blend, like soften things up a little bit or for touch-ups or whatever you needed. But yeah, absolutely love it. The way it blends, the fact that you've got so many different shades, I actually prefer it.
Okay.
So it's another one where I'm like,
That you prefer.
that I prefer, yeah, because of the way it blends. It's just smoother. It's more natural.
Okay. Well, that's great, though, that you're not still pining away after these products.
No, I mean, I still have the NARS because I had stocked up when I found them. I still have them as well. But now I've only got the dark one and I can only use it when I'm really dark.
And Mario's just sort of outdone it.
Mario, the medium, is my go-to.
Mario, a man.
Mario, man.
All right. Now, Sarah Marie and I are going to have some recommendations for new loves of UB's lives.
Yep.
Because they are heartbroken about their products that have been discontinued. So question number 1. Hi, Kelly and Sarah Marie. I need help. I'm on my very last tube of my YSL tint in oil in the shade Cherry My Cherry. Cherry My Cherry?
Anyway. Cherry My Cherry. Like, again, French.
Yeah,
I think it's a play on a French thing. It is killing you today with the French.
It is really, and I know that there will be one person that's going to get so angry and roast me. And
my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law speaks beautiful French.
And she's going to get very cross with me.
She's going to tell me later how to pronounce all of these things.
And she'll be like, oh, that girl. Okay, see, oh my God, I can't do it. All right. Well, I wish that they would bring this back. Are there any similar ones I should buy?
Okay, I found one. And I went searching, right? Because I was like, this is actually a really good question. I have lip tints, but not this particular shade that like
stains. It was very pink.
It was very pink. The Cheeky Glow Color Changing Lip Oil in pink, I swear to you, is a match.
Oh. So it's quite an interesting color because it actually doesn't suit that many people.
It really doesn't.
So clearly she's found one that just really works for her and that she loves.
Yes. I can see why they discontinued it. All right, so there's the pink, right? That's the YSL. And then that's the color I
very
found.
similar.
Very similar.
Have a look at that one because that is very similar.
Yes.
I've got the Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oil in Pink Cloud. The Merit Shade Slick in Le Deux, which is very similar but probably a little bit too sheer. And then the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Pink Quartz. Now, that one's the cheapest out of all of them at $16 full price. So maybe go and have a look at those. They've also got some beautiful shades. All right, question 2. To anyone old like me, Revlon back in the mid to late 80s just came out with a revolutionary product which made eyeshadow stick to the eyes. It was the first eyeshadow base. Eyeshadow stayed on like cement and eyes didn't feel heavy or look crinkly, didn't dry out the eye area. I really miss it and I've never found similar help. I really wish that this UB had told us what she's tried.
Like the actual name of it?
No. Like she said, I've never found anything similar. I wish that she'd been like, because I've got 2, but I'm really not going to be helpful if she's like,
already tried them.
And they're duds for her because everyone is so personal. I've tried a lot of eyeshadow primers and my favorites I would have to say would be the P.LOUISE eyeshadow base. You only need the tiniest little amount. You can get it in clear or you can get it in all of there's 30 different skin tones that you can choose from. Or the that one's from Glam Raider for $25 or the Urban Decay Original Eyeshadow Primer Potion.
Mine was the Urban Decay. My recommendation for this was that.
It's so good, but maybe she's tried it because it is probably the most well-known, I'd say.
I think the way you use... So in saying this, you don't necessarily need an eyeshadow primer.
Yes, give us your makeup artist tips.
You can just, depending on how your eyes are, you can use foundation, you can use concealer. You can get like a lovely neutral color match eyeshadow cream pot, the matte ones. MAC have them, for example. You can use that and set that with a little bit of like an eyeshadow base. The Urban Decay, whenever I would use them, I would apply it to the eyelid, have the person close their eyes. I'd set it a little bit, just like let it dry.
Yep.
A little bit, not overly, and then set it with a neutral eyeshadow base or powder. And I found that's the way to use it correctly.
Okay.
You can use it on top of foundation or on a clean, bare skin.
Yep.
They obviously will recommend clear, bare skin, which is fine because you're going to be using your eyeshadow and stuff on top. There's more layering when you use an eyeshadow base, like a primer.
Whereas, I notice often if I'm getting my makeup done, no one uses it. I like to use one though.
Yeah, I think
because I can't be bothered doing the
prep. I think
like
you can usually tell the person's eyes and if your products are good for it. Sometimes I'd use it, sometimes I wouldn't. If the person's eyelids are like oily, you can see they're going to have issues with that, eyeshadow primer straight away.
Yeah.
You do those little extra like setting steps. We don't necessarily need an eyeshadow primer. But yeah, if it's not working, use the Urban Decay, let it dry, then put your eyeshadow on. And you need to like set a base.
Prep that lid.
Prep that lid. Well, that's all we have time for today. We hope we've mended some hearts. No more heartbreaks today.
If not, join us. We can watch a girly chick flick and get in our jammies and eat some chocolates. Lee and I will be back in your ears and eyes tomorrow for Spendy Savvy, and Sarah Marie and I will be back next Thursday for another episode of In Her Bag. Bye.
Bye.